What were the key takeaways from the weekend's match?
Obviously you don't want to lose round one. Pretty disappointing on that front there, but I think probably just our intent was really fantastic, but our actual execution of fundamental things probably didn't help us and probably let us down a little bit. So just get our hands on the footy early on, and then obviously looking after that once we do have it. I think our tackles, again, intent was really good. We just weren't able to execute, and they sort of were able to get balls out and then handle their way through. So definitely some small little things we can fix up during the week, and hopefully we can execute a little bit better this weekend.
Was it disappointing to lose to the D's of all people?
I think no matter who it would have been, probably would have been disappointing to lose round one. Everyone keeps saying there's a little bit of rivalry brewing between us, which is always exciting for crowds and stuff like that. But obviously, yeah, no matter who it was, round one, you kind of want to put your first foot forward and like take away a win. But they outplayed us on the day, and credit is given when it's due, and they played really, really well, and they deserve to have that win.
And how did you find the new mix of girls that you're playing with? Obviously, debutants and like Neve, Kelly, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, Neve's super exciting. She's so quick. I don't think she got to fully highlight her speed in that game there. I'm looking forward to when she does. But we were really lucky. We obviously managed to maintain most of our list. We only lost 4 girls in the end, which was really good for us. So there'll probably just be new faces in new positions more than anything, which is probably going to be the big thing. But we've got a lot of talented girls to come through and a lot of young ones as well, so I'm excited to see them.
It was a bit of a reality check, obviously, playing without some of those senior girls that you did lose, like Erin.
Obviously, like, you missed the person, but I think in all honesty our forward line stood up. I think it wasn't any fault of theirs. Ash still managed to kick 3 goals. He was probably unlucky not to have 2. But in all honesty, I think myself included, our midfield group didn't help them out. None of our kicks inside full 50 were to advantage at all. And, Ash still managed to get away with 3 goals, and she works fantastic hard, and she's a fantastic player, and she's definitely going to attract a bit more attention this year. I think maybe the flip side would be Flip probably took a lot of their key defenders, and now that comes to Ash. But the way she performed on the weekend was fantastic, and it gives a bit of room for our younger players to step up as well. Rochelle Martin has always been really exciting to watch in there as well. And like I said, had we delivered in a little bit better, we potentially would have seen a different score.
Do you think you will go through a bit of teething problems, losing some of those really senior girls who have played a lot of footy?
Yeah. Possibly. I think the big change is obviously adapting to new faces and new positions. It's always a little bit difficult coming in if you traditionally have played one role and you're sort of then trained to play another. So, like you said, there will be a little period where people sort of find their feet, but it shouldn't take too long for girls to sort of recognise that. And we've always prided ourselves on that most girls can play most positions. So Doc's more than happy to roll as many people through as he can. So we'll definitely see some new faces, but like you said, it might take a little while, but we're excited to get up and running.
Do you think the onus is more on you and some of the senior girls to kind of deliver for him and for that?
Not necessarily. I think he's always been really big on you just got to play your role. We don't need one player to win the game off their own boot or anything like that. All you need to do is just play your role, and if we can have all 16 girls on the field just play their part, then should hopefully come off in a win with us. But that's all you really want, is everyone just sort of playing their role and doing their job as well as they can.
How important is Ash going to be for you to have success this season?
Yeah, definitely. She's a fantastic player and a fantastic person, and you've seen the calibre of talent she brings to our team. She's incredibly strong, and I'd love to actually see her in the midfield. I don't think she wants to be in there, but she's so adaptable. She can play many different positions, and you've seen what she managed to achieve last year, which was incredible, and she started the season off really well again this year. And she's got a fantastic kick, and she brings a bit of leadership down there as well. We've got, like you said, some new girls, some new faces down that way, so to have her will be really important in our forward line.
How's she going to start shaking that number 1 defender? She's probably going to wear that now every week.
Yeah,
and how does the team help her out with that too?
Yeah, like I said, it definitely comes down to a bit of help on our end as well. DP as well is another leader down there for us. Lisa Whiteley, big-bodied, strong forward for us as well. So a lot of those girls will probably come to help her out as well. It could go the other way of, if Ash is receiving a lot of, treatment from other players, that opens the door for some of those other girls to come through as well. Like Rochelle Martin, you've seen how fantastic she is low on the ground and how she manages to just go into packs and then runs out with it. So a lot of those girls can definitely step up if we've got some issues, but Ash can well and truly hold her own, and we saw obviously key defenders from Melbourne went through on the weekend, and she was still able to kick 3 goals. So she's a fantastic player, and she's a big part of our team.
How quickly does the focus now turn to Richmond?
Yeah, obviously after a loss you chat about it for a little bit and then you move on. So tonight we'll have some training and we'll probably go from there and start. Obviously recovery will kick-start now as well, and then we'll turn our focus to Richmond. They're coming off the loss as well, and we know how well teams bounce back from losses as well. So we've never played them. I think we were due to play them a couple of years ago, but COVID cancelled that one out, and so they seem to be quite a strong, forceful contest team as well. So it should be a good hit out, hopefully.
How, you mentioned execution before. Did the short pre-season have anything to do with possibly not getting, as much kicking skills or anything into it the pre-season early on?
Not necessarily, because we just come off the back of the season as well. So obviously and we were fortunate enough to make it all the way to the grand final. So we probably had extended time with that as well in terms of skills. I think for whatever reason we just weren't able to execute on the night, and hopefully we can change that through the week and really focus on next week. But I don't think so. I think pros and cons to the short pre-season, that's for sure. Hoping we kept most of our fitness, which was nice as well. And you don't lose too many of those skills in the shorter turnaround as well. So I think, in all honesty, it just came down to the evening and how we were able to sort of execute on the night.
For a team who has had so much success, are you hoping to replicate that again this season with finals appearance?
Yeah, definitely. The whole reason clubs are here are to win premierships and be successful, and we've been really fortunate to have a fair bit of success in our time in the AFLW. And each year you'd love to make finals and be back there, but that work starts from the early on rounds and then obviously maintaining through there as well. So we've been fortunate, we've tasted that before, and once you've had it, you definitely want to have it again. So we'd love to be there in the end, but our work definitely starts now, and we need to be successful in the early on and continue to train really well and perform on game day.
Do you think you have the list to back it up again this season?
Yeah, definitely. Our recruitment team, we pick the best girls we can, and we've obviously prided ourselves on picking really fantastic people as well as players. And I think this list is probably relatively young compared to what years we've had before, but I think the bonds that they've been able to create is definitely going to help us on field as well. So the talent is there for sure. It's now just sort of getting the right mix and throwing everyone together to do their role and play well.